Hello everyone, I'm DExus from the DExus Show, and today we have something special for Christmas. I present to you a Kirby Christmas Carol, featuring the vocal talents of my friends Scorpion T31 as Bandana Waddle Dee, J Duststuff as Mennonite, Sonico as Gooey, Toxic P as Elfilin, and Claire Fluffle as Susie. There's trouble in Dreamland. The greedy king ordered his soldiers to steal all the food in the land, including the sparkling stars, magical artifacts from the heavens that allowed the citizens of the planet to work and play. Without these, the world of peace has become the world of despair, as the happy and peaceful people of the land lose their only source of joy and food. They grow tired and depressed. A war followed suit, causing fear and destruction among the land, this further lowering the spirits of the people. Yet one day, riding on a chilly winter breeze, a once spry little boy happened along with a glimpse of hope. Influenced by the upset state of the land and the people in it, the young boy began to lose his spirit. Yet a glimmer of hope in his heart directly guided him off on a quest towards the dreaded king. All that in a noble attempt to get the food and sparkling stars back from him. But since the boy's bright heart got clouded by the state of the world, he grew tired and never managed to fulfill his destiny. A year later, on Christmas Eve...
Good evening, Your Highness. Merry Christmas. Sorry to interrupt your morning routine, sire, but I must report some troubling news.
Let me guess. The people are begging for crumbs this Christmas yet again. When will you fools understand that it is only one sourcing of food per month? Isn't that generous amount not enough for you ungrateful swines?
That's not the issue in hand, Your Highness. While your generous amount of one watermelon per family is more than enough to sustain them for a whole month, the issue at hand is that we are once again under attack.
So Dynablade is back at it again. Well, go do your jobs, won't ya? I know what I want for Christmas dinner today. KFC!
That stands for Kawasaki Fried Chicken.
Sire, but last time we attacked a Dynablade, she fled and then returned in a couple of months. Wise Waddle Dee has figured out why she keeps attacking us in the first place. She only wants some food for her chicks. Couldn't you spare her a couple of apples and let her go in her merry way?
The audacity you have! First you rudely interrupt my morning, and now you want me to give this angry bird some free food? Get out of my sight before I give you a beating with my good old hammer! And make sure to also bring me chicken nuggets as a midnight snack. I want those birds all cooked up by today. Ya hear me?
Yes, sir. My apologies, sir. I will go tell our guard to raise fire at Miss Dynablade. Chef Kawasaki will be preparing the kitchen for your dinner, sir. Merry Christmas, Your Honor.
You're wasting too much of my time. Since you seem to be lazing around, you will have to come to work tomorrow.
But, sire, tomorrow is Christmas. I had planned out the day to spend with my loved one, especially since I don't know how many Christmases my best friend might be around for.
Best friend, you say? I remember those. Alright, you can have the evening off tomorrow, but I will be expecting your services here at the nick of morning.
Thank you, sir. My apologies, sir. Merry Christmas, sir.
As nighttime falls, Dedede heads to bed upset, for his order was not fulfilled, and Dynablade fled once more. As he gets ready to fall asleep on the night, a cold wind sends shivers down his spine, and the lights turn off by themselves.
Hey, what's the big idea? Whoever you are, do you know who you're messing with? It's the great king of Dreamland, King Dedede. Show yourself so I can serve you a royal whooping.
As you wish, Your Highness,
says Mennonite in a ghost-like form, with multiple chains around his body weighing him down.
Mennonite? Aren't you supposed to be dead? Alright, who's playing a prank? Marks, is that you? No matter how many tricks you pull off, you are not going to get a single bit of food off from me. Not again, that is.
No, Your Majesty, it is I, your loyal knight, visiting you from the afterlife for a limited period of time to deliver a message, a warning for your fate, and that of the universe.
Oh, so very loyal indeed.
Dedede, remember how when I was alive I made a pledge of honor, and then let the greed and power get the best of me, which caused my downfall as an honorable knight and friend? Remember all the lives that were taken, the locals that were destroyed, all for a glimpse of control?
How could I forget such a day?
I thought I could bring an end to all the suffering by forcing the people to fight back. But deep down, I had a darker ulterior motive. Just like yours, my sin was greed. And once you move on from living, you must pay for your sins. With an honorable cause, my actions have forced me to carry these chains for the rest of eternity. And I fear, my friend, that if you don't change, the chains you will carry will be heavier, no doubt.
Alright, you little jester prick. Make yourself known before I'm forced to whoop your sorry little butt off orbit.
Ignorant as always, I can see. I have come to warn you, Dedede. This Christmas night you will be visited by 3 spirits. Listen to them. Do what they say, or your chains will be heavier than mine. I must go now. Farewell, old friend.
Meta Knight vanishes with his cape, and the chilly breeze is no more.
Ah! I must really be starving. I don't get the exact dinner I want and I start hallucinating. I'll have to give the Waddle Dee army a whooping tomorrow. They'll...
King Dedede falls asleep. At the middle of the cold, chilly night, his window opens on its own, and a black fog blows in, engulfing the room. Dedede feels the cold in the room and jumps up awake.
What is this? Marks, is this you again? What's the big idea? I can't see a thing!
Unable to see, thanks to the darkness, Dedede tries to look through the dark fog, yet something warm and wet touched his face. Dedede reacts frozen in place. He slowly looks to his side, and it's Gooey.
Ah! Who are you?
Me? Who am I? I don't know, but I do know who you are and who you were. Come with me, and I'll show you.
Gooey mocks matter and floats into the air, dashing into Dedede's body. With no control over his body, Dedede starts floating and flies through the room's window. The king has been taken all the way to the past.
Where are we?
I don't know, but you should.
Dedede and the ghost see 2 great friends, partners even. At a young age, together they fought to free their world from any incoming danger, no matter how big or small the foe was. These heroes would do everything to stop these threats and bring on a new wind for tomorrow.
Ah, I remember this. This was the day Meta Knight and I saved the Waddle Dees from those monsters. Good times.
It is also the same day you claim yourself as king, and Meta Knight swore to become your knight and ally until the end of times. The Waddle Dees cheered you to on and accepted you as their new ruler. They even made a feast to celebrate.
How could I forget? They were amazing cooks after all. Very loyal people too. Not so loyal as Meta Knight though. Without him, I wouldn't have been able to save all those little guys in the first place.
They were great people. However, you were not a great king or friend, were you?
The scene fades as they then witness the 2 friends get consumed by greed over time, which slowly drove them apart. One day, the self-proclaimed king turned the world of peace he had protected for so long into a world of darkness, and in Christmas Day, the once sworn partners started a war. In an immense fight, driven by greed, the king takes the crown, but blinded by rage, also took his dear friend's life. While slowly forced to return to his room in the present, Dedede tries to hide multiple tears of regret. As the ghost leaves Dedede's body, it states,
You have fallen a long way, Dedede. You love your power more than that precious friend, and now you lost him forever.
Ah, he had it coming anyways. Times change. People change. He changed for the worse.
So have you. At the very least, Meta Knight has moved his heart in the right place.
The ghost fades in with the shadows, which soon after they too disappear, leaving Dedede in his bed with his thoughts alone, unable to go back to sleep. The thought of another ghost visiting him left him awake with fright. Meta Knight did mention 3 visitors after all. A scared Dedede grabs his hammer and looks out the window, waiting to clobber that there next spirit. And from behind him a light shines in the middle of his room. With some sparks and magic, a rift is opened between time and space, and a giant shadow is cast coming through the hole. Dedede notices the light and turns around to see, dropping his hammer out of fear for the giant figure. Absolutely terrified, the king shakes in place. Yet from the rift flies out a little Elfilin.
Hey, I'm the ghost of Christmas present. I'm here to show you the wonders of life in this beautiful today. Here, hop on in if you wish to see.
From the dimensional rift, the rusty blue car jumps off and falls behind the spirit. The ghost flies into the car and opens the passenger seat door for the Great King. Dedede, scared but interested, walks into the car and sits down on the seat. As soon as he does, the door slams and the car dashes out of the wall and makes its way just a little bit down from the king's castle, all the way up in Mountain Dedede. The driving comes to a stop on the middle of the mountain and the car vanishes, turning into a gentle white light.
And here we are! Take a look at this!
Says the ghost while pointing at two figures standing on the snowy place.
Tonight, your servant Bandana Waddle Dee made his way down here to visit a friend.
Kirby, guess what? The king let me take off tomorrow evening. That means we can play together on Christmas. What's wrong, little guy? Oh, I get it. You must be hungry. Here, we can share this delicious cherry the king graciously paid me with the other day.
Right, those cherries are for my workers only. If I knew that he has been giving away his salary to whatever this pink thing is, I would have given him less. Wait until I get my hands on him.
Bandana Waddle Dee splits a sherry with his friend and hands one piece over. Kirby gently holds the single sherry and opens his mouth in a tiny bit to make his meal last. He eats it in one go, but is still very happy to at least have something to eat.
That thing seems quite pleased with that miserable sherry. Come to think of it, what even is that?
That is Kirby, hero of the stars. Or at least that's what he should have been. He's a kid that blew on in a winter breeze about a year ago. Since he never witnessed the miracles of Dreamland, he never reached his full potential, and the state of Dreamland strained his soul from almost all heroism, bravery, and energy. What could have been the galaxy's strongest star warrior ended up becoming a tired little fella with a loyal heart, which is also in risk of fading away into nothingness. The only thing keeping him going is Bandana Waddle Dee's kind soul, who, funnily enough, was fueled by Kirby himself before he lost most of his energy.
Dedede stares at the kid. He seemed familiar. A sense of deja vu fuels his soul.
I feel like I know him. Almost like if we were destined to be rivals. Or friends. Maybe even family. Could he have helped me become stronger? At least, it feels like that's what we were supposed to be.
Who knows? Maybe in another timeline where things gone on slightly differently, you two could have been great friends. But that's not the case here. Here, you let your greed cause a slow descent into a void, as well as the death of your kingdom, and who knows what else.
Dedede stares deeper at Kirby, apologizing to the kid on his mind.
Makes you think. Maybe you could be the one here who helps him be stronger instead.
Dedede looks back at the ghost before he completely disappears. He reaches out to him and asks,
Tell me, Spirit, what will happen to Kirby if his heart completely runs out of all things nice? Spirit, don't leave!
But it was too late, for the ghost of Christmas present had already left. Dedede looks to the ground, upset, but he feels something present. Someone is close. As he looks to the side to check, a tall, dark-cloaked figure stands beside him.
You must be the ghost of Christmas future. Please have mercy upon me.
The spirit does not reply, yet it raises one arm and points behind the king. He turns around to see a pile of bricks and rubble. The king sheds a tear. He knows exactly what this is.
No, it can't be. My castle, my kingdom, it has fallen.
Dedede lowers his sight and sees his crown broken right in front of his feet.
And I fell alongside it. I didn't fight strong enough. Or did I not fight at all? I should have! I didn't fight to protect my kingdom, and it reached its doom.
Yet its doom has long begun.
It then looks to its side, pointing with its sight towards the horizon. Dedede follows, setting his view alongside it.
Huh? The sky! It's shrouded in a dark cloud, and there seems to be holes of light among them. While the land, there's metal machinery everywhere. Yet, There are patches with no such thing, only dried out overgrown vines and plants alongside huge cracks on the ground. Is this the future of my kingdom? Is Dreamland destined to be destroyed?
The ghost of Christmas yet to come takes off the hood, revealing to be Susie, who responds to the king's question.
It is not, but if things are not to change, this will be its fate. No matter how many monsters or beasts invade the land, your mere native greed will be the one that causes it, and everything on it to die.
What about that kid? Kirby, where is he? What of him? He's supposed to be a warrior, the hope of the galaxy. What happened with him?
Yes, the little pink specimen with infinite power. For it to fulfill its destiny, it needed to experience immense amounts of joy, love, and peace. By the time of its arrival, it was too late. Dreamland had fallen into a great depression because of you. Thus, other emotions filled that void, slowly depleting all positive matter. The little pinky you see is no longer more. Something else resides, an eternal hunger that no one can seize. This is the true destroyer of worlds.
From the corner of Dedede's eye, Kirby can be seen walking in. Yet something about his smile seems wrong. Dedede jumps up and falls on his back, falling all the way down from Mount Dedede. Laying on the ground, he has a revelation.
Spirit, I see. You show me what's yet to come. Therefore, I can change in the future. I understand now. I can change. I will change. I'll be kind and generous. You'll see.
The now unrecognizable Kirby finds its way to the king, and as it readies itself, Dedede wakes up in a cold sweat. He is back safe in his room. Now, in Christmas morning, Bandana Waddle Dee rushes into the king's room.
What's the matter, your majesty?
Bandana Waddle Dee, what day is it?
It's Christmas Day, your honor.
Christmas? Oh, Yoli Day! Call upon the rest of the Waddle Dees and open the food storages. Dreamland's gonna have a Christmas feast all day long. Or better yet, until the end of time.
Sir, did I hear correctly? You want to give back the people of Dreamland its food?
That is correct, my good friend. Oh, but before, make sure to find the finest meals and keep them in the castle. Don't pretend like there won't be a party in these walls celebrating all of your and the rest of the guards' hard work. Now, go tell the others, and once you're done, go take the rest of the day off. I have something to do. Merry Christmas.
Dedede grabs his sparkling stars and places them in a bag. He then makes his way towards the window. There he sees Kirby laying on the ground, looking at himself over a puddle. He is staring deep into his reflection, worried, as his pink color is fading out of his body. The king makes his way onto the scene and holds out a sparkling star from the bag.
Hey kid, do me a favor, will ya?
Kirby raises his sight and looks at the king, who is offering one of the sparkling stars.
I believed you were looking for this. Take it and share it with everyone, okay?
Kirby then smiles and grabs his sparkling star. As soon as his hand touches it, all the pink puffy power returns to him. In a matter of seconds, he is once more filled with hope, joy, love, and determination. He grabs the star and runs off. Dedede stares as the young little spry kid excitedly runs off to show this to his friends, and gently says to himself,
Let's change the world for the best together. Merry Christmas, Kirby.
The end. Thank you so much for watching, and have a Merry Christmas. And I would like to specially wish a very Merry Christmas to Sonico and my other supporters over at Patreon.